Hello, everybody. Forgive the noise. I'm still nasally mess. I'm still decongesting, but I'm feeling a lot better. Much better than I was before. Better still, yet more. Okay. I'm going to use the runes and the Dicology cards today. I almost grabbed the Tarot of Dreams. I'll grab it. Hey, Malika, how you doing? I feel like it's been a few days. I mean, I don't know. I guess I will. If I need them. I was talking to Russ earlier. I was like, I feel like going live, but I don't know what I want to do. And he was like, oh, the eclipse is today. And I was like, oh, the eclipse is today. And then I was like, I don't think I'm necessarily going to do, not the eclipse, the equinox thing. Because the equinox for me, it's not that it isn't important, but it's not anything that I necessarily pay attention to or give much sort of like credence or whatever to. So I'm just gonna do a general whatever, and if it comes out equinox related, then it comes out equinox related, right? This is my least favorite equinox of the year. I much prefer the vernal equinox when the days get longer, rather than the autumnal equinox where the days get shorter. But it is what it is. Hello. I'm doing really well. I am feeling better today, Holly. Thank you for asking. Did I ask you how? Oh, yeah. He said you're doing good. How are you, Holly? It's so interesting, life, isn't it? I'm not going to necessarily use these yet. Ooh, 8 of Wands, man. 2 of Pentacles on the bottom. Oh, the 9 of Coins. I was just going to say it's interesting that I've found myself in a position where I don't feel like I've had jobs before. Well, a lot of my recent jobs weren't like this, but a long time ago, there were some jobs I had where like I would get off work and just feel like a piece of my soul had like left. I was just gonna be like, it's interesting that I don't feel that with this job. So we have Mercury in Sagittarius and Venus in Virgo with the 9 of Coins and the 8 of Wands, the 8 into the 9. This is funny because my mom was wearing a green necklace with a white blouse. My mama, that's my mama, y'all. She's a Sagittarius rising. Hey, Skywaltress. Still on nasally. You said you were releasing summer slowly. So get a coconut hot chocolate as compromise. Ooh. See, I have this like, oh, I could do that. There we go. Does that help? I almost see better without these. These are more for work with the bifocals, so that like I can go like this all day. Oh, I left those other glasses in the bathroom. I can grab these. I don't. These are too small. Oh my gosh. Okay, that works. Even though they are a little small. Da 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 da. On the wings of birds, I've heard of things on eagle wings. I guess like just a little practice warm up thing. So can I get like one room for this, please? And I'll do my best. Okay, well, let's see what's up. That's a lot. So first there's swelgeness, which is the past. It's a whirlpool. It's Uther, the Norn. Then there is, I don't know why I did that. I'm not wearing the bifocals. No, I find myself doing this even if I'm not wearing the bifocal. November, baby. Ooh. You're in November, Scorpio? What are they? September, November? Eve, how are you doing? Or is it? Yeah, because November, December is Sagittarius. October, November. I was like, September's not right. I forgot all about October. The month of October just temporarily did not exist in my reality. October, November. I was like, I've never met a September Scorpio before. There's a reason for that. So next is the all rune with weird. And then it's Ing, the water meadow. See, there's this blue theme here. And then Gifu or Jifu with gift. And we're continuing the blue theme. Watergafall, continuing the blue theme. And then we fall into Ganunga Gap, the void. 12th is at the bottom of the deck. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. November 14th. I'll try to remember that, Malika. If I forget, please forgive me. Third deck in Scorpio. That's 11/14 or 14/11. I'm glad to hear you're good. And then must get one of these. What am I doing? What am I doing? Uh-oh. I might get in trouble. I got a donut for breakfast this morning. It was good. I haven't had a donut in a minute. Understanding the unseen, grasping the subtle, and a sacred vessel. Four of wands, or four of clubs. With the three of clubs, 3-4, or 4-3. So here's an 8-9, here's a 3-4. Earlier today, I saw the number 98321. And I didn't think about it then. When I saw the number, I was like, oh, like 9, 8, and 3, 2, 1. They're both counting down. I didn't even think that like they skipped 7, 6, and 5 and 4. It was like 9, 8, 3, 2, 1. That's that 8 of wands energy. And that's the thing about the waterfall. It's almost like the roller coaster when like it's the drop. It's ending in Ganunga Gap, which is the void. And then it's coming out with this energy of understanding the unseen, grasping the subtle, and the sacred vessel, which could be the seed. On the cusp of realization, a shared vision, and a quickening with the three of clubs at the bottom of the deck. Same thing that always brings these about, Eve. So earlier I was like, I want to go live, but I don't know what I want to do. And Russell was like, oh, it's the equinox. And I was like, I could do the equinox. And then I was like, I don't want to do the equinox. And I wanted to use these, and then I was guided to these, and I thought about using these, and I was just shuffling. And these came out. I wasn't even looking for anything, they just came out. That's how I ended up here. Um, excuse me. So it almost looks like there's a weird lattice behind her. Almost. It's missing this. And this. It is giving me like arch. Yeah, it is an arch, right? So here's 12 here, but it's inverted. Anyway, why is it all blue? See, both of these have multiple shades of blue. Both of these are solid shades. They're different, but they're solid. And then there's this in between. I don't know. I don't have time for that. Uh, I know. I'm like loving these new shirts. I got like pink ones. I got some red ones. I got some blue ones, some baby blue ones. And then I have the more like traditional, ones like a navy or blue. You're coming down off a magic high. I'm coming down off of a muggle low. Not a not a low, just some like stuff I had to do today because I've been procrastinating it. So hey, Green Goddess, you need advice from your spiritual fam regarding vaccines being pushed. I have no advice to give personally, but I hope you find what you need and what you're looking for. I love that magical high, though. Oh, and the Two of Pentacles was at the bottom of the deck. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Two of Coins. Seven of Coins, Two of Coins, and seven coins make nine coins. That's the. Oh, I didn't even notice the dove up here. There's a dove up here. And there were birds in the Eight of Wands. Hold up. See, there's the two and the seven that make the nine. What is this? The doves come from here? They either come from here or they lead to here. I don't know. Yes to the magically high. I feel like this, with the doves and the abundance of the Nine of Pentacles, or the stability of the Nine of Pentacles. For some reason, with these doves, it's playing into that energy of like the subtle and the unseen. I don't know why though. We don't know why. We don't know why. I just heard Mufasa say, "Remember who you are." Simba said, "No, Nala gonna beat me up again." Palace of Swords with the King of Cups at the bottom. See, look, y'all remember yesterday when the Ruler of Swords came out in light, and then the Ruler of Cups was at the bottom with the Seeker of Wands. Now the King of Cups is going to the Palace of Swords. It's like the King of Cups and the King of Swords are like trading places for the day. It's like that old show, Russell. It what? Oh, Russell. Wait, hold up. Slid off the wall. It slipped. I'm confused. Hold up. Let me zoom in real quick. Y'all do not need to see all that down there. That's a whole bunch of stuff y'all don't need to see. This one. Let me adjust my settings to reduce the mess. Okay. And we'll. Oh no, not that way. This way. There we go. I don't know how that affects the other thing, but yeah, there we go. That's better. Saturn slipped. Russ is still in his magical high. It might have been an optical illusion. Okay. I was like, wait. I thought the thing fell. I mean, Eve sees twinkling stars. Russell sees the end of the Saturnian sky falling. I don't know. Oh, this is close. It's like, have you ever seen the show Wife Swap? It's like husband swap. The King of Cups is headed to the Palace of Swords. And there's the Eight of Coins and the Moon with the Two of Wands, which confirms this. The Eight of Wands, this is probably one of my favorite Eight of Wands cards. Because it carries an energy of like invention and innovation. Sun in Virgo. Oh, well, not anymore. The sun is officially in Libra. Virgo season is over. So happy birthday, Libras. Happy belated birthday, Virgos. I don't know if my day's been magical, but it's been a good day. See, there's two portal energies here between the Two of Wands and the Moon card. This is beyond the scope. Beyond the scope of this reading. This deck is like really trying to do some, like, I don't know today. Hello? Like, what are you doing? Usually it's not this. I don't want to say esoteric, but hard to understand. The win was amazing. We had a full house today. It was pretty awesome. I learned more about my boss today. We listened to a podcast as we did our lab work. I was in my hood. She was in her hood. She gave me options, and she was like, one of the second option was about super volcanoes, and I was like, oh well, let me go with the super volcanoes one because that's a theme right now, or it's been a theme for I don't know how long now. Can you stop, please? Hello. Apparently not. Four of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Is this camera zoomed yet? Can I zoom this camera out? I don't know what I'm doing today. I all of a sudden feel a little distracted, but that's fine. Right? Oh, y'all can see all my mess. Oh, well, that did nothing. Woo, goodness. I'm trying to like. It ain't working. It ain't. It's too heavy. Oh, he's like, I'm mentally struggling. There we go. There we go. There, maybe. There. A little bit more room. I can zoom in a little and nudge it over. 1 second while I adjust my screen. And then pan it this way. Yup. And zoom out a little bit. That's fine. There we go. Oh, it's been a day that you realize just how powerful you've become. Oh, love that. It was like if air was water today. Way for a wind bath. Way. No, I'm like, what did I do today besides work and muggle stuff? Maybe that's my lesson. When I procrastinate, I miss the magic. No, I'm just playing. It was like a good day at work today. Not that I've had any bad days necessarily. Okay. Both of these are in the same position, right? Here's Jupiter in Libra. Oh my gosh, my Jupiter is in Libra. Retrograde. Jupiter in Libra, Saturn in Sagittarius. They create a sextile here. So, an expansion and an understanding of some kind of interconnectivity, being able to see and balance and counterbalance multiple sides of something is leading, it's creating an opportunistic energy where, I mean, Saturn and Sagittarius, I could see how it would be the 10 of Wands. Because Sagittarius is an energy that's about like expansion and um, unrestrictedness in a way. And then Saturn is an energy of boundaries. It feels like this is a 14 between them, which is a 5. Excuse me. This is feeling though. See, this is like, this feels like some Mercury retrograde energy. It feels Mercury retrograde because of the lack. It feels like there's no communication here between these two. What is this? Is this peace? Our Longhorns, that's what that is. I do. I have a Texas hat. I don't know why. And this glyph of fire is like providing a portal. So I'm gonna give this a shuffle. And then the first wands card, I'm gonna pull. And then the first red, orange, or yellow rune, I'm gonna pull. And then we'll see what's up with that. They do. And like they're facing the same direction, but neither one of them is like has their head up. And then the armor is pointing in this way. So there is an energy here, it feels like one that is more vulnerable, but maybe also suffers under the weight of that vulnerability. Like, here's an energy in being able to expand and deepen relationships, but there's a fear of vulnerability here. I don't know if it's because someone was vulnerable and that vulnerability was used against them, and now they're like, I don't never want to do that with anybody. The reasons, I don't know. But that's why Saturn is here playing, and it's like it feels like a naturally expanding role. I feel like Jupiter likes to be in Libra for some reason, but here is Saturn and Sagittarius restricting it. Let's see. And it is retrograding in Libra. Libra. Apparently, Mercury retrograde is bringing in a truth for us. You had to do a dream video on it. What? Where'd the dream video at? Oh, well, here we go. First card. You know what's funny? I was literally thinking of this card when I said reds, oranges, or yellows. Because I was like, I don't know if I would count this one as one. But here it is. It's Sun Life Force Sigil or Sigil. And it's number 16. Girl, oof. These ain't got the magnification that I need. Not anymore. Mercury and the butterfly. The butterfly has been coming out for a minute. It is number 16. So, Sun and Life Force over here. Nope. Eight of Spades, Eight of Wands. I'll take them. An immediately met request, a land where all seasons reside, a return to center. Rearrangement and coagulation, seeing the truth of the self, distorted creations abound. It's this return to center and seeing the truth of the self. There's a 222 here and a 555 with the 41-5. It's interesting with that 222-555. 222-555 feels like an energy of it's an energy of unlocking something. You know, when you're unlocking a lock and you hit the number and it clicks, and then you hit another number and it clicks, and then you hit another number and it clicks. But you have to make two adjustments. It's like on the second adjustment, when you get that one into place, and it clicks the previous two. And so it's this weird, like, it kind of is one to one, but it's delayed here. And then you make another change and you click and something opens and unlocks. This isn't what I expected today, but that's fine, I guess. I mean, it has to be now. Excuse me. Exactly like cracking the safe. Something about this element, though, is different. This is life force energy, which makes sense. These are changes that reduce the burden of one's life. It's almost this energy where excuse me, is it my bedtime? It was 8:09. It's 8:09. It's my bedtime. It's an energy where it's like one of those things where something changes internally, and so things don't necessarily have to change externally for everything to seem better. And then someone's like, and then, people are like, oh, look, you're in a good mood today. What happened to you? I went to the bathroom yesterday or the day before, before I left work, and I noticed that a door was shut and it said relaxation therapy in progress. Do not disturb. I said, yes, girl. Can I get in on it? Like, hello? I got a library card today. And I discovered that on Saturdays they do some kind of mindfulness meditation, whatever. And since I'm off on Saturdays, I might start doing that. I think I will start doing that. I was like, what? We drove by the post office today. I was like, let me stop by the library, get a library card. And that's when I noticed it flashing by. 2009 on 9/22. Ooh. Russ is coming in with the numbers. And my mom just went live. I don't know if this necessarily gets lighter. So I guess I'll do this again, but for the next one, I'll keep it as it is. I'll look for the next blue card. Should I look for blue, black, or purple? Purple. I'll look for the next purple. Channeling is the new mindfulness. I am not going to the Danville Public Library and channeling. Not doing that. That I would actually refuse. Oh, Wicked Craft. And it has blue, black, and purple. Wicked Craft said yes, all of the above. Should I go for blue, black, or purple? Porque no los tres, right? Why not all three? Apparently. So Wicked Craft, and then I'm gonna go for the first heart. Oh, it's right here, Nine of Hearts. Nice, didn't have to go looking too far. 9, 10. 8, 8, 9, 10. This is a 66. Up, sorry. Well, I guess it got all of them, so you were correct, Russell. A blip of light at the heart of a black hole, progenitors in a primordial pool. This energy is beyond me. This energy is beyond the scope of this reading. That's going to be my new catchphrase. This is beyond the scope of this reading. So, because it's witchcraft, sorcery, the elder tree, and a blip of light at the heart of a black hole, progenitors in a primordial pool. Like, you know what I mean? But without diving full deep into this, it's echoing that energy where it's like the external circumstances haven't necessarily changed, but there's something internal that changes that causes something observable to happen. And then here's the heart of a black hole after this return to Woo! Excuse me. After this return to center. 6616. What's it mean, Russell? Tell me. 1666. Hey Siri, what happened in 1666? Siri wasn't listening. Let's try again. Hey Siri, what happened in 1666?
Great Fire of London, September 2nd to 5th, 1666. The worst fire in London's history. It destroyed a large part of the city of London, including most of the civic buildings, Old St. Paul's Cathedral, 87 parish churches, and about 13,000 houses.
The Great Fire of London, and we got this fire energy right here. 10 of Wands. Oh my gosh. It ended the plague. What? Hey, Steph. How are you doing? I didn't want that. Oh, well, there you go. Hopefully this isn't one of those like, why is Siri so quiet? Hey Siri, why are you so quiet?
Okay, this is as quiet as it gets.
There you go. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
It's tails this time.
Okay, Siri is louder now. I guess you did. Green Goddess, if that was your answer. Eve, you were saying something about a fire cleanse, right? Or cleansing by fire. Was that you, Eve? I'm pretty sure that was you. When you did the year one flip through, you were saying something about a purification by fire. Yes, okay. Part of me was like, I don't know if I dreamed that or if it was real life. Was it a video you did? It wasn't Capricorn, was it? It was one of the ones that's not my sign, so I didn't watch it. I can be kind of bad about only watching my sign or good about it, you know. We all take it as it resonates for us. Okay. Aquarius, you think? Okay. Well, since we're talking about Angelarium and the Zodiac, why not? Let's see. Plastic. Oh my gosh. All over the floor. All over the floor. Verkiel, Angel of Leo, more fire. And a whole. Oh. And Zeraphel, Angel of Song, more fire. No, the rest of them went on the floor. Oh gosh. Come on. I don't want to lose you. Please. Pinamue was missing for months or for weeks. I thought it was more than just 2 cards. Oh, am I gonna? I don't even know how many cards are supposed to be in here. If you ever make a deck, please somewhere on the box in the book include how many cards it is. Now, if it's a standard tarot deck, I assume 78 cards, but I drop cards all the time. And then I got to count them, and I'm like, I don't know if I got all of them or not. So Kakabiel and Samyaza fell onto the floor. You can't see them, but I picked them up. So the ecstasies above with thy burning measure sue, thy grief, thy joy, thy hate, thy love, with the fervor of thy lute. Aziraphale doesn't look as fiery in this one, but in the Oracle of Emanations, which I guess I'll grab. Actually, I won't. I'm not. Where is it? Oh, it's up there. Yeah, I'm not going to grab it. Right? I'm like, Yeah, I don't do incense. I didn't ventilate or nothing. I burned the whole thing. I was literally just thinking, like, last time I was plugged, like, stuffed up like this, it was like the misery that followed after the incense incident, the incense fiasco. As adversity washes against us, we rise with those waves. Each moment in our lives where we are challenged by the world, we challenge it back. To be bold and in control is the nature of Verkiel, the ruler. This sign brings with it the courage to bring shining light into a world that struggles against the darkness. This is bringing shining light into a world that struggles against darkness. But it feels like it's darkness perceived. Because in the card of actual darkness, this energy is at rest. There's Verkiel if you wanted to know what Verkiel looked like. There you go. No problem, Steph. 3 sticks a day. Oh my gosh. I hope you get to I hope you get to a better place soon, Steph. I know you're going through a lot right now. Wait. This room looks similar to the pattern going into the fetal. Oh, like the crossing? All hail, firstborn, giver of names, father of giants, protector of the house of man. Long shall be his days. I just heard that recently. Protector of the house of man. Somebody said that. Who said that? I don't think it was Eve. Was it you, Russ? Who else have I watched recently? Was it Reem with the compassion mandala? I don't think so. Somebody mentioned the house of man. The silent field of swaying grass waved at the ocean above. The giants marched past us by the thousand, and many more, infinite upon infinite. They don't look back, we stare on. Father of giants, and the giants march past us by the thousand. What did I get myself into? Do you have any family or like anybody that you could sort of go to stuff or reach out to? Anyone who could be there? No. I know if things are particularly rough, there's always like hotlines and stuff you can call. Hopefully they would like be decent. I don't know if I've ever known anyone to personally call one. But sometimes I know it, excuse me, it could be helpful to like have somebody there in the moment to help. Honestly, sometimes just be with you or sit with you or listen. Are you going to be able to get the, are you in the RV? Are you going to be able to get it fixed? This falls under this energy. In the card of Semyaza, there's something happening and moving, but it's over our hands. This is just reiterating it's out of the scope of this reading. Turiel, Angel of the Mountain. But this is the Turiel that's learned of the greed of mankind and what the greed of mankind can push mankind to do. I mean, he's already watched Azazel um, just be whatever, betrayed, and what Barkiel fell and Satariel fell, and or they didn't fall. It felt like they were done in. But you're in an RV, 262. You can't work without a car. 7 cups of tea is a chat site that helps. Thank you for sharing that, Malika. Is there like any kind of assistance that you can apply for? I know that some people don't like applying for assistance, but I mean, I've been there and I'm grateful for it. No, you're fine, stuff. What do you mean? Turiel, the angel of the mountain? Oh, angel of Gemini. This reminds me of that King of Swords card because the shadow's coming out on the side. But in the King of Swords card in my dream, the light side was holding the sword and the dark side was reading the book. It was a little yellow book. Oh, okay. This also, so there are two snakes, two prominent snakes in this deck for me. The first one is the white one around Semyaza. The second one is the red one around Turiel. There might be the white snake may also be somewhere else. I don't remember. And then here's the lion. What was the angel of pride? So last year, I think, or earlier this year, there was an energy that came out with these cards where there were a few angels who we realized weren't immortal. And it was framed in a way that, like, oh, they didn't know their power or whatever, for whatever reason. But there was this, like, little side story about, and it started with Azazel, how Azazel taught mankind to use weapons, but to respect that power. And then it was this, like, mankind tried to take way more than they should have, and it's like they were going after the angels, and the angels and Armoros, the angel of undoing, the angels fled to the other side of the veil, and then they shut it down. Like, that's why the veil came into place, to keep them separate from the humans, because the humans weren't able to contain their own greed and lust for power or whatever. And so now, in one of the Turiel cards, it's like, Turiel used to make a spectacle of his size and his power. But in this Turiel card, it says, "Here I remained under a mountain made of many hands, all reaching and all taking. I press my body closer to that which I must keep. It is mine, and I will shield it from the misery of other hands. I can feel their gaze fall upon it like an avalanche. Their greed feeds my conviction, so here I remain." It's the Turiel that's learned to withhold because of people, basically. So, oh, excuse me. Yeah. Oh, look. That's why I picked these. The dice are blue. This is a blue set of dice. I thought I used green for the heart, but I guess no, I used green for the diamonds. So the primary energy here, this sign brings with it the courage to bring shining light into a world that struggles against the darkness. This, it feels like there's an energy where light already is. It's like it's this constant stream of light. And this is our ability to open up to receive it, to let it in. See, that's the thing, though. Again, it's that energy where, like, the external circumstances don't necessarily change, but something changes internally that then changes how we engage and interact with our external. And it goes back to that 552252 energy that's like cracking the safe, which subsequently lets in more light. And that's when things externally may start to change more to match the internal. But it's like if we don't hit that first number, we got to get the first two numbers before we notice anything, at least in the scope of this. Because that's when the connection forms with the two energy. And so if we're at that first five, and it's a 41-5. So the 41-5 is about getting outside of our comfort zone. It starts with the stability, and then you leave with the one, the four into the one, which is an overall five. And after you're outside of your comfort zone, then there are other things that you start to like move and shift that click you on to the next whatever. But I think a lot of times as people, we kind of sort of get stuck at the first one without fully making that next step. Now, this, it's beyond the scope of this reading because it's non beneficial information. It doesn't really serve us to know like all of that which we don't have access to. Because we're still working on being like open here. This is not what I expected. I know I say that literally every single time because, like, literally every single time it's not what I expected. Excuse me. Oh, speaking of Rahu, this is the nodes right now. North Node Gemini, South Node Sagittarius, Phanuel Angel of Truth, Ananiel Angel of Storms. Is this the Angel of Storms? Let's see. Yep. As the sun began to set, the boats turned to back towards the shore. All the while, Ananiel pleaded with them to stay. Ignoring him, the fishermen held to their course. Angered, the angel summoned the waves to do what his words could not. He wrenched their boats from their destination and pulled them until the land was lost to the horizon. In life, these first seafarers had been his acolytes. In death, they were their own men. The shepherd of good graces, a shining light in the distance, calling us forward into the future. The greener pastures beyond the next hill are hard to see. Sometimes we need reassurance that things will get better. Something is coming and it's beautiful. It feels like these are. I was going to say it feels like these are two conflicting energies. The mountain. Oh, Tyrael, Angel of the Mountain. Before I started this, there was a line. Well, you sleepy? Oh, I'm sleepy. I am sleepy, but there was a line from World of Warcraft. He goes, "It's you from the mountain," and I was saying it like, "Oh, it's you from the mountain, right?" It is you from the mountain. Hey, Twitty. No problem. I guess it's my own hesitation that keeps me from just being like, everything's gonna be fine sometimes. These two, well, maybe like this is the shadow and this is the light. And that was the thing, right? It was about opening up the aperture. Ah, let's talk cameras. Opening up the aperture to allow in more light. And there's an energy of navigation here. But if the aperture is closed, and I was talking to Russ about, then he told me that it's bad for animals. You can't even see me. All right, let me move over here. I was talking to Russ about, I forget what came up, but there was an energy of like paper lanterns being released at night, and how if you look at them on the surface of the water, you could almost imagine them being stars in the sky. But then he said that animals choke on the small metal bits, and I was like, oh, okay, well, never mind. Oh, snap, what? Excuse me. Happy birthday, Twitty. Okay, Steph. I hope you have a good night and you're able to get some rest and some peace, and that resolution finds you. This is not what I was supposed to do tonight. Oh, it's fine. I keep saying that, but I guess I didn't have a plan anyway, so it's not like it matters too much. I think I'm gonna leave this here. Oh wait, let me take a. So there's this really cool thing that I can do. I can right click this and go to screenshot source and then use that as the thumbnail. Wait, I know, right? Oh, I'll grab some of these just to lighten the tone a little bit. I like to have other cards do it for me because I am sometimes incapable. Matthew, where? What do you say? What? Oh, Matthew left the song for you, Steph. Ausger, Ausger, sister, Twitty Catherine. Oh well. Oh, there we go. I am the dreamer of my dream. And that came out on top of Fanuel Angel of Truth. See, there's this energy that I can't reconcile. I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. And there are the stars again with Kakabiel, Angel of Stars. See, it almost feels like it almost feels like I thought I saw Penelope for a second. Hey, Penelope, if you watch this later, I guess. Like the boats get pulled away, and then while they're out there riding out the storms, they see a light. So it's almost like, and then the 16 tower came out, with sigil or sigil, almost like sigil. Sigil. Like there's an energy here that's unbound. So maybe that's like there's a sort of safe area. There's an area in which like the what's the word? It's not the jurisdiction, the influence. There's an area where the influence of Saturn is strong. But it's not strong in like a controlling way. It's strong in a way where like it has influence and power so it can protect you if it needs to. But once you venture outside of that, it's like you're floating out in space on your own. Saturn can't reach you there, which is why it's this Jupiter sort of like endless, boundless expansion. It's just floating. There's no gravity here. And so it's almost like we were approaching the bounds in a way. See, this is, I don't know how this plays. I don't have to know, right? I just say it. So we go beyond the bounds of, or maybe we're pushed because Ananio, he moved the waves. So were the waves going to do that by themselves? Who knows? Was he just upset that they didn't listen? I don't know. But however it happened, they venture outside of his reach. But outside of that, there's a new horizon. It's like being ejected from one planet and then floating into the atmosphere of another one. But there's a re-entry, some kind of risks associated with re-entry, I guess. And so now it's almost like, because at first I was seeing the 5522 as like the first two locks in the first, like the 41-5, but it feels like the first two locks in the 5 and then the second two locks in the 41-5, and then there's another 5-2. So there's some like foily multiplication in that first, outside, inside, last, whatever, when you multiply binomials, right, in math. Excuse me. And see, there's the thing. That's the thing about sigil, though, or sigil. It's like no matter where you are in the solar system, the sun's light is there. But without an atmosphere, it doesn't do what we're used to it doing. And that's Saturn. It's the atmosphere. So now we're floating beyond the atmosphere where it's like, oh, well, at least there's sunlight, but why am I still cold in space? It's like, okay, girl, cool. Well, space is cold. There's nothing to trap that there long enough for it to warm you. I don't know. I don't know. Goodness. Let's just get one more of these. There we go. I want to like, just give me. I'll take these. Oh, I didn't want to read this one. This was at the bottom of the deck, and I didn't read it. My outer experience, no, we're skipping that one today. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Yeah, I'm putting these away today. All right. I didn't say anything about. I didn't mention the super volcanoes. She was like, or we could listen about super volcanoes. I was like, oh, okay. That's a thing in my life, I guess. Enjoy the moon, Steph. It has been a full moon in Pisces too. I've heard that it has rocked people emotionally. Some people been experiencing things that they don't even know. One of my friends well, I saw him the other day. He was like, I just feel like randomly breaking down and crying for no reason today. And he ain't necessary. Well, I guess, I could have been like, well, it's the full moon in Pisces, girl. And he's a Pisces. He's a Pisces sun, Cancer moon, Scorpio rising. But it was a late Pisces full moon, and he's early, all of that, but still got him. No problem, Holly. Wait, what? Oh, snap, I'm not the only one. E feels it too. Green God is talking about a projector. I barely have room for the setup I have now. So I don't. Yeah, you gotta have, I think, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, maybe. In Aquarius, it's strong. Saturn is in rulership. Or never if you wrestle. If you want to. You had a couple teary phone calls today. Oh my gosh. Oof. Your sun is 28 degrees Virgo, 12th house, big feels here. Well, if you're a 28-degree Virgo sun, I think the full moon was opposing your sun. So that may be why. I think it was, at least. I'm not sure the exact degree, but if the subscribers don't come, I'll be fine. If I don't get to monetize, I'll survive. You shed tears yesterday and today, good tears. And yesterday. Yeah. I've heard that I don't know, because they don't hit me like they used to. Like when I first started my journey, it didn't even have to be a full moon. When the moon was in Pisces or Cancer, I would cry. It would just happen. Sometimes it was a happy cry. And I think more often than not, it was a happy cry. But I'm like, why am I so emotional? Like one day, I went to lunch by myself. The moon was in Cancer. I went to lunch by myself, and I'm sitting there, and I randomly get like really like teary. I don't remember why, but I'm like, let me get up and leave and go back to my room before somebody think I'm in here crying because I'm eating by myself. And then like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? I'll eat with you. And it's like, please, no, like just leave me alone. There was one dude, he was like, oh, no one should be eating alone on a Friday night. And I'm like, dude, like, I'm good. Like, can you leave me here, please? Thank you. That was Patrick. That was me. The moon is fat and beautiful. I'll have to look at it before I go to bed. Hey, Lucille. Yeah, I'm wrapping it up, technically. Oh, snap. I guess I am. I was going to, like, go live on my other channel to, like, wrap this up, but I already started putting the cards away. That's fine. I can still look at this. This is a part that's, like, intriguing to me. We'll see. Maybe nothing will come out. Who knows? Maybe I'll just be up for another hour. Just pulling cards for no reason. Barkiel, Angel of Pisces. As I'm talking about Pisces full moon. Wait. That's Barkiel if you're curious. Oh, that's Haniel, Angel of Capricorn. I thought it was Virgo. You're troubled by moons in Leo just lately, and it's a Leo moon on your birthday this year. Ooh. You cried during a personal reading today and embarrassed yourself. Oh. Crying is a thing that we all do. It's okay to cry. Crying makes you Gadriel, Angel of War. I know in the year one there was a Gadriel that was gruesome. Gadriel was a giant. There's that giant energy again. Gadriel was a giant even among his own kind. His spear stood as a symbol of assured destruction for anything that opposed the will of the Watchers. Despite his threatening stature, he was a peaceful soul. Most days he could be found sitting outside camp with his eyes upon the horizon, a surreal portrait serenity carved in alabaster. Once asked what he was thinking about, the angel lifted his spear and pointed up to the sky, the tines framing the North Star. See, his eyes were on the horizon, and Vanuel was like, look to the horizon for the light. There's the gate of Sahakiel! See? That gate of Sahakiel was like popping out for a second. That was earlier this year. There was a whole tree, a whole gate of Sahakiel, like IRL. And if you stuck your hand in the tree, you can feel a breeze. Like there was wind coming out of it. Now, could it be the aerodynamics of like wind blowing in and then coming back out? Maybe. But still, it was cool, okay? Wait, what's happening? Oh, Libra rising here. The only Libra I got in my chart is retrograde. Oh, oh, nine. That's soon. Needs a couple layers peeled back. I can't believe it's already then. The times are going. All right, I'm gonna shut this down. I hope you all have a good whenever you see this. I hope you're acting in alignment to make all that you wish to experience your reality and whatever you need along your path, journey, way, life, day, second, moment, hour, whatever. I hope you find it, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Right? If I'm here and you're here, then we're here and we'll be here. So, wait, a rest party? Ain't no party like a rest party. I guess. All right, I'll catch y'all later. Have an excellent all of the things. Ooh, oh wow, that is not what I wanted. There we go.